Hello and welcome back to communication systems. So far we have seen the introduction, the type of the communication system, the basic block diagram of the communication system. Today we will be learning about the sources of information in a bit detail. It is the most basic thing, the most basic requirement of a communication system, that we need to understand that what is the source of information and how we are studying it, how we are knowing that it is a source of information and how we will be processing it. That thing we need to understand. Okay, so today we are going to understand the sources of information. So basically the communication system is dominated by four types of information, four types of sources of information. What are those? These are the speech, music, computer data, picture. Okay, what are these? These are the speech signal, the music that is created by any musical instrument, the computer data created by a computer or a calculator. It is in 0 and 1 bits, it is in bits. Then picture, a continuous frame of picture can be called as a video. Okay, so all these are the sources of information. One more thing we need to know, that the type of information, the type of information, speech, music and computer data are one-dimensional data. These are one-dimensional. It means that they are monotonous. They either go along the x-axis or along the y-axis. We can consider it as a x-axis or y-axis, whatever. For example, something is going along the x-axis, so this could be a speech or computer data. Here is the value 0, here is the value 1, computer data. Let us consider it as a computer data only. So it is in one dimensional. Speech, music and computer data are one dimensional data. Pictures is a two-dimensional data. Because why? For defining a picture we need a pixel which consists of x-axis and y-axis. So here, if this is a dot, then it is a picture, then we need at least two frame of reference to represent it. Okay, so the pictures are two-dimensional. Now video source is a three-dimensional source. Video is a three-dimensional source. Okay, so for representing a picture we need two-dimensional, and if it is continuous along a certain line, then it will be called as a video. It will be in continue. It will be continue along the time axis. Okay, let us consider it as a time axis, the z axis. X, y, z, let us consider that the z axis is time axis and xy is representing a picture. A series of picture consists a video. Okay, now there is one more hypothetical dimension, four dimension. What is this? This is a volume data over time. If certain amount of volume of data is processed over a certain time, then it will be considered as a four-dimensional source. This is hypothetical. Okay, so basically we have different types of information: speech, music, computer data, picture, video. Okay, I hope this is clear to you, the sources of information. Now we will be looking at each one of these in a bit detail. The source of information is characterized in terms of signal that carries an information. Okay, the source of information is characterized, is defined in terms of signal that carries the information. So the most important thing over here is the signal. Okay, so let us define signal. Signal is a single valued function of time that plays the role of independent variable. What is the signal? Signal is defined as a single valued function. It is a single valued function of time that plays an important role of independent variable. At every instant of time, function has a unique value. As it is independent variable, so at any instant, for each instant of time, we will find a unique value of a signal. That signal is a single valued function of time which is an independent variable and has unique value at certain interval of time or at any instant of time. Okay, it has a unique value. So let us see one by one the sources of information. Let us start with the speech. Speech is the primary method of the human communication. We human beings communicate with each other through our speech, isn't it? Yes. Also, it can be seen in other animals that they communicate in their own language. They also produce some speech, some type of speech that they understand. We are unable to understand. Okay. So the primary method of human communication is speech. Speech communication involves transfer of information from speaker to listener. Whatever I am speaking, you are listening it. It is a communication. It is a human communication, or we can call it as a speech communication. That through speaking only, we are transferring the information from within each other. Isn't it? Yes. So this speech communication involves 3 steps. This speech communication involves 3 steps. What are those? As we have already seen it, there must be a source, there must be a medium, and there must be a destination. So it is all involved here also. The production of the sound inside the vocal tract. How humans communicate? How do they produce sound or the speech? Through their vocal cords, vocal tract in their neck. Next, propagation of the signal or the speech in air at a speed of 300 meters per second. It is the speed of sound in air, 300 meters per second. And the perception, whatever is being sent to any listener, they are listening it, they are receiving the signal through their ear, and their mind is processing it and understanding it. That is called as the perception, deciphered by listener. Whatever sound is produced by a speaker is deciphered by the listener. That is called as the perception. Okay. So we can see here the production, propagation, and perception. Production is the source, propagation through a medium, and perception, that is data received or the speech signal received by the receiver or the listener. Okay, so let us see how this production of the sound takes place. What happens when we try to speak? When we try to speak, air comes out through our neck with a certain pressure. Whenever you want to speak, you have to apply some sort of pressure on your vocal tract. Due to this pressure, the air pressure, our vocal tract vibrates. As this you can also feel by touching your neck around it. Whenever you will speak, you will see that you feel vibration here. Okay, so the pressure that is coming out is vibrating the vocal tract. That vocal tract is vibrating the air inside our mouth in a certain rhythm, in a certain frequency. which is producing a sound with a certain frequency. This sound is coming out of our mouth and traveling in the air, okay, through which it is reaching the listener's ears. Okay. After that, the listener listens it with the help of their ears, and their mind processes it, and they understand the thing that whatever we are sending, isn't it? I hope it is clear. So the sound is being produced from our vocal tract or the vocal cord, and vocal cord is the source of signal, the speech signal from us. Our information or the signal, the speech signal that is produced by us is being transferred in through a medium. That medium is air, okay, at a speed of 300 meters per second, and passing through the medium, it is reaching the destination or the listener, okay. So it is reaching there and they are understanding it. So here the communication process is complete. So it has 3 steps: production, propagation and perception. As we have already seen that a range of 300 Hz to 3100 Hz is adequate for commercial telephonic communication of a speech signal, okay. So we need to remember it that our speech signal can be transferred from one place to any other place through telephonic communication system at a frequency range ranging from 300 Hz to 3100 Hz, okay. The second option, the second topic that we will be looking after speech is the music. So music originates from different musical instruments. The music is originated by different types of musical instruments. For example, piano, guitar, tabla, whatever, flute, whatever you wish to, whatever the instruments you know. So some sort of music is created through those devices, okay. The note made by any instrument, for example piano, can be a short or a long time or interval, okay. What is this? For example, in a melody, or we can understand it like this, that when you play a piano or harmonium or flute, you can keep it for a long time interval, or you can also keep it for a short interval time. For example, ting, 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 like this, okay. So there are it is totally depending upon the time for which you are pressing the key of a harmonium or a piano, okay. So the note made by any instrument, for example piano, could be for a short interval of time or a long interval of time. Let us see it graphically. Suppose for a short interval of time, if I am pressing a key in a piano for a short interval of time, we will get just this one, okay. And if I keep it pressed for a bit of longer time, then my sound will be like this. So here I am trying to make you understand that it is depending, the music sound is totally depending, the music note is totally depending on the time interval for which we are playing the instrument, okay. One can play for a short interval of time, other can play for a long interval of time. Depending on these short and long interval of times, we will be getting different types of sound for different tones, okay. So the musical signal has 2 structures. This can be understood like this also, that it is a melodic and harmonic. What is this melodic? Melodic is a musical signal consisting of time sequence of consisting of time sequence of sound. It's not time, it's sound. Okay, what is this melodic? It is a sound in a time sequence. This can be seen here, that if we consider the x-axis as the time axis, then playing a guitar or a flute or a piano, we are getting a continuous waveform for a certain time interval. So this is melodic. The other one is harmonic. What is this? It is a set of simultaneous sound. It is a set of simultaneous sound. For example, same type of sound is repeated after a certain interval of time, as can be seen in this graph. X-axis is considered as the time axis and y-axis as the amplitude. So it can be seen here that this signal starting from 0, it is making 2 complete waves, 3 complete waves. After that it is diminishing. Again the same type of wave is created. Okay, so this type of signal is called as the harmonic signal, and a sound that is produced with reference to time is the melodic signal, which feels good to our ears, are the melodic sound. And the same sound that is being repeated after a certain interval of time is called as the harmonic sound. The music signal is bipolar in nature, okay, as same as speech signal. Our speech signal is also bipolar in nature. Okay, now music signal is different from the speech signal in one manner, that a music signal has a wider frequency band that extends up to 15 kilohertz, whereas our speech signal ranges from 300 hertz to 3100 hertz. Okay, so music is the technical terms we have seen here about the music signal also. Now we will be moving forward to the third source of information, that is picture.